One of them was like, okay, if you want to meet me, you have to buy me this bag. I was like, are you serious? I was like, yes. So I was like, does
Are
it
you
happen?
sure that is not a prostitution ring going on?
I thought.
Midlife
Midlife spices.
spices.
Let's talk about online dating now. Something interesting.
Online
It's a
dating.
trend. Yeah.
Nice topic.
Yeah. Have you tried it
There
before?
is a trend, yeah.
And then I'm sure it's not
Yeah,
a taboo
I
topic where you are, right?
where I am, no, not anymore. I think
Mhm.
like I don't know when it becomes quite a commonplace. I think like even when I started doing it in, let's say, early 2010s, there was still a little bit of hesitation to kind of like admit it, but like amongst friends of similar age, like we start to kind of say, hey, I tried online dating the other day. Oh yeah, me too, or like, and we start to kind of come up with each other. But I think like before that, like let's say even in the, early 2000s to like maybe 2010, it was still kind of like people are really reluctant to like kind of admit it and
Yeah.
say that,
Uh-huh.
you're doing online dating. So like that's quite different, right? Yeah, that becomes quite different. So certainly not taboo. And yes, like, I've done it, and I think these days I think I can comfortably say that most people, at least past 35 have done it like at least once. I think, like I haven't heard of anyone who hasn't, that who are single,
Mm-hmm.
so and I think like based on what a lot of people have like said, it's just like extremely difficult to meet people organically these days. I mean, you can go to like pub or whatever, and to social gatherings, whatever, but like you don't know who is single, who is not, and or you don't know like each other's age or like status and whatever. So like it makes it like so much harder. You can't assume who is single, who is not, and who is lying, who is not lying, and blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. So online dating makes it so much easier because to a certain extent on paper, like things are transparent, I think.
At least
Yeah.
in some degree.
So yeah, how is it in Indonesia right now though? Like, is it still something that people don't talk about, or
No, it's actually very common already, and a lot of
very
people are
common?
not
Yeah.
yeah, they're not embarrassed to admit that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
Although I find it a bit interesting. My brother came here.
Mm.
My brother lived in Germany and has been there forever. He came here
Yeah.
I think a couple of years ago, and I just realized because I've
Right.
never done online dating in countries other than Indonesia. He told me something
Okay.
that struck me. He was like, uh, sis,
Mm.
who are these people online in Indonesia? What do you mean? Online dating? Who are they? I was like, well, they're single people. Are you sure? Why? I said, um, I was trying, of course, I think it was Tinder or something. I was trying Tinder, and I've
Okay.
like I think more than five girls, and all those five
Okay.
always suggesting something weird that I've never experienced before. What do you mean? One of them,
Oh
they're
my
like,
God.
yeah, this is like weird. Oh, there's like one of them was like, um, okay, if you want to meet me, you have to buy me this bag. I was like, are you serious? I was like, yes. So I was like, does
Are
it
you
happen?
sure that is not a prostitution ring going on?
I thought I thought so.
What?
I mean the mix of people are
Yeah.
and I'm talking about not only one. He said more than five. So he
Right.
stopped using it because he was like, who am I talking to here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's like no, normally a good reputable what you call it, like online dating sites, they actually like constantly find these people and remove them from the pool
oh
because like
okay.
they're damaging their business, right?
Uh-huh,
Because
uh-huh.
like because it's like when you kind of like start, when the consumers start perceiving that, oh, this is crap, this is like, full of like scammers or prostitutes or whatever,
Mhm.
like you, and while you are like genuinely looking for someone to date, like if it's like, if the concept doesn't fit your website's concept, then like it's very damaging for the brand, and they usually remove the
Oh, really?
people, the
Okay, I didn't know that.
contaminations. Yeah, like well, at least the ones that I have, the services I've used here in the UK, in London, has been that way. It's like, and it's very easy to kind of like go online and check like the review of like, all these things like, Love Struck or like Match.com or whatever. And
Mhm, mhm.
if it's a very questionable site, then you will actually get a lot of bad reviews. I mean, of
Okay.
course, there will always be like disgruntled people who's not satisfied and like, write bad reviews, but like you get a feel, yeah.
Mhm.
So like, I think it's very easy to get out of the business if they do that like elsewhere. But
Okay.
wow, okay,
But
interesting.
it's yeah,
But
so
how
when it
about you though? Like, that's your brother, but yeah.
um
Mm.
in my case, I when I tried it, I didn't have as bad of
Yeah,
luck as him. Um
right.
but then in my case, I always try to meet the person as soon
Yeah.
as possible rather than,
Mm.
spending time talking to them day and night, because I have some of my friends who are
Mm.
doing it, and they're doing it with people from,
Yes.
other countries, which can be quite
Yes.
risky, right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
then
Mm-hmm.
in my experience so far, of course there's still some of them that are, not genuine. They're there for one reason or another, but I would
Right.
say
Yeah.
at least 50% are real people. Real people who are there for the same purpose as I
Right.
I
Right.
did, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, how do you know when a scammer is scammer though? Like, unless they're so obvious, like, those girls who approach your brother. I mean, do they ask for money, or like, is there
um
some like red flags that you can see?
uh Of course, when they're putting a picture that look like a model, or and then sometimes like the job is like so weird. I mean, it doesn't match the description.
You Google image them, you immediately find the image, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
Right.
very fast. And then the way they talk, and sometimes they're asking like
Right.
repetitive questions, which I think they copy and paste to
Yeah.
other girls. So you could tell from the
Yeah.
beginning, right?
Uh
Yeah. So they're
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
You
that
can
kind of
tell. You
thing.
can tell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
is
Oh
there
my
is there
God.
any weird
Yeah.
experience on your case when you're doing this online dating?
Um, Scammers, not so much, but some creepy people, yes. It's like you do always like find some. I mean, I'm the same as you in a sense that like I don't kind of like spend too much time like it, at that time, like like on and on and on chatting
Mm-hmm,
before meeting or something, because I don't see the point of that. Like,
hmm.
people can say whatever and just can copy paste things and
Yeah, yeah.
make it sound flowery. But so like I'd rather meet the person and kind of like see if there's any good chemistry. I mean, like it's so much faster to like figure out a person's personality, I think, than typing on and on
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
creating like a crazy fantasy here, right?
Yeah.
So with scammers, not really, but like, some people are kind of dodgy because like they claim that, they're looking for a real relationship, but like, but this particular guy was sort of forever trying to like suggest we meet up in a hotel or something crazy like that, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, I think like we should meet like in a very public place, like because like, we haven't met each other. What if I'm psycho? But of course, like I'm thinking, what if you are psycho, right? So like, so and so it was kind of like going on and on and on to the point that like I got quite pissed like when he suggested things about kind of like, oh, maybe I can, he starts going sleazy, and I said, look, you've been wasting my time, and like cut the
Yeah.
chase, and like if you're looking for that kind of thing, go to a prostitute, right? And like so with that, like, yeah, it's like I just kind of like basically a few creepy people, but like a true scammer. No, I didn't come across one so far.
Okay.
Because I'm also selective of the sites that I used, like before. So,
Mm-hmm.
but having
Uh,
said that, this is really quite a few years ago. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine actually was doing something funny.
Mm,
She was gonna be taking
yeah.
her male friend to be with her, and then go to that
Yeah.
place,
Mm-hmm.
and then look. I mean, watch that person from far away, and he was like, "No, no, no, let's go," and she was just gonna leave that person. You know?
Based on what? Why does she trust him so much?
No, no, no. She actually brought him to make sure that nothing bad will happen to her when she, and then
Oh,
ask
okay.
ask him
Okay.
for a
Yeah.
second opinion. What do you think? And she's like, he's like her
Right.
her bodyguard. So, and then like second opinion
Yeah.
of that person. So that kind of thing.
That is really interesting. Like, what's in it for him? That's a really weird
I
role to
don't
be
know.
playing, though.
I
It's
don't know.
like some really weird guardian angel. It's like, oh, good
Maybe he has
God.
a feeling for her. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. To me, it's kind of like, why would you do that? Right? Why would you agree to do it? It's kind of weird. Yeah, this is a little bit like similar to that parent situation, but like, okay, be different, I guess.
Well,
You might
but
as
that
well bring your whole parents, like, whatever, hiding behind the bushes, like
okay. Check go.
filming the whole thing, just in case you have to go to the police afterwards. Like film it, right, with your mobile phone, right? Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Oh,
funny
geez,
stories
yeah,
about that. Um,
yeah.
did you have
So,
anything funny to share in your experience on the online dating?
funny to share, huh? It's like, I guess, like, I can share some tips, maybe. So,
Okay.
like, there are some, yeah, crazy enough that there are tips and tricks into like online dating. I know it makes me sound like some pro dater or something, but dude, this is like really already past, right? I'm already married. I'm just sharing. So like,
Okay.
the first thing is like the
Mhm.
profile, right? So the profile picture, um so I got this. This is not my original, but I actually, like, Google it up and see what makes the best online dating profile picture. And I tried to kind of like study it a bit and say, like, man, it's like I gotta like make things go my way. Then so I'll get all this interest, and then like I can choose, like, okay, this one yes, this one no, this one maybe, this one no. It's like that
Mhm,
kind of stuff,
mhm.
right? And what makes an attractive profile picture is apparently, you don't smile. It's counterintuitive, right?
Oh
That you
yeah.
don't smile in the picture. Yeah. You don't
Okay.
smile. And so apparently it's something similar to how fashion models, if you notice, like, they never smile. They go like, they look
To make you
away a
look
bit, or
mysterious.
it's like that kind of thing, right? Yeah, it's like, so it's almost like saying, I haven't warmed up to you yet. If you want to be in the same clan as me, like, you'd better impress me, but I'm not so easy. That kind of stuff. It's
Mm.
really weird psychology, but funny enough, it worked. And my husband is there, and he doesn't know that, like, I
Okay.
used that technique. And
Oh.
he fell for it. Fell for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so there
So
you go.
you met him through online dating.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So there you go. So that's like one trick that, believe it or not. And so I say, okay, you know what? It doesn't even have to be like that nicest picture, studio photo, whatever, useless. Let's just be genuine. And I just took a mirror selfie. Believe it or not,
Okay,
a mirror
okay.
selfie. And the reason is also because I see a lot of people on online dating site using a mirror selfie. And I was thinking, what's wrong with you? Can't you get your friend to take, like, from a nice flattering angle in a nice, setting? And that's so much better than that blurry picture. But for some reason, that thing works.
Oh.
And so don't smile,
Mm-hmm.
mirror selfie. But it's almost like saying, I'm not trying too hard, but this is me. Kind of say, I'm so cool. I know it sounds stupid,
Okay.
but it works. So that is one of the tips that I have.
Mhm.
Um, how about you? Do you have any like tricks that like you thought worked for your case?
Uh, Maybe I never really studied the thing like you did before.
Mm,
I never Googled up anything because I always like to be myself. Um,
mm-hmm.
so far, I don't. I think it's just be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to, don't try to add something
Mm,
and then please put your latest photo. So this is one of the story that I want to tell you. I've actually met a lot of
mm,
guys who put the
mm.
picture of them 15 to 20 years ago. It's very disappointing
Oh,
and
that's
it's
really
wasting.
far. That's really,
Yeah,
really far.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, is this the person in the photo? It happened to me many, many times. I think you just have to be yourself. Please don't try
You mean
because
like they look completely different?
they look completely different. They're like a lot older, and then they used to have hair. Now they don't. Things like that.
Oh,
So
okay, okay, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's
I think
that's going too far, yeah, and it doesn't help. I think,
yeah,
yeah.
and if you think that
Mm,
you can impress that person, you're wrong. You actually make them, stop wanting to see you because they think you're trying to lie to them from that first second, right?
yeah, it creates a bad impression. I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess just be yourself. That's my only advice on online dating, including on your profile. Don't lie about anything.
Yeah.
If you want to make it vague, it's okay, but don't lie. For
Yeah.
example, on your job, like
Mm.
maybe you're like a plumber, and then you said you're an astronaut. Not that kind of thing. Please don't do
That's
that.
like miles apart. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that's so funny. And if I'm to share like some funny anecdotes about that, it's like about the difference in appearance, right?
Hmm.
Not that these guys were lying, but like the impression from the picture and the actual person can be like very, very different from what I imagined, though. Because like first of all, there is like the theoretical height of the person, and all that, but like until you see the person in 3D, like you really don't know, you really, really don't know what he looks like. I
Uh-huh.
think,
Uh-huh.
it's like pictures can really lie, can make a
Yes.
person look better or worse than, oh my God.
Most of the time, better.
My husband is just like doing some funny dance there. Yeah. Most of the time better. Exactly. Yeah. And sometimes like you really can't judge from what they wrote in the profile, and then like when you actually meet the person, you imagine a very macho man person, and then like he was like really like this, really sweet like that, and you're like, oh, okay, wow, like the profile writing and like the person is very different, huh? It's like um it's not necessarily bad, but also you are a little bit shocked when you see that, and you're like, oh, very different,
Yeah.
so
This is
yeah,
also
yeah.
the importance of meeting people
Hmm.
right away because when you chat, a lot of people who chat a lot are very quiet in real life,
Hmm.
right? Or the other way around,
I agree, yeah,
right?
yeah,
When
yeah,
they
yeah,
can't
yeah.
really talk
You can't
online.
tell, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes,
so you really need to
true.
just
Mm.
be yourself.
Also not to another advice is not to pre-disqualify a person like from their picture or like profile immediately. If
Hmm.
somebody approach you and say like, shall we meet up, like if if you're like, okay, not really my type, not that attractive to me, like the photos, or like nothing stands out for the profile, don't immediately diss that, because like again, like the impression that you make in your head like after seeing the profile picture can be totally different from the person. It's like it could be better, it could be worse from my
Hmm.
experience. So
Yep.
like it's better to be a bit more open-minded and just meet.
Hmm.
Mm,
So the advice of
mm.
your consultant was very right. At least 70%
Yeah,
is good enough. At least to meet and get to know,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then you get to know, and then like like of course like you get to know more and more and more, and then like the good and the bad, everything.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
Yeah, I think from that point on, like no relationship consultant can help you. It's like the journey of the two people. So
And thanks for watching our video today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you on our next video.
and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video for the midlife spices.
You don't yet know.